Testing, testing, testing. How is this sounding? Testing, testing, testing. How is this sounding? I think we're doing okay. Watching my own stream, obviously, that's not good. Maybe I can just move this up a little bit. Come on, just move up a tiny bit. Don't know if I actually can move that up without it, like, auto-locking there. Alright, I'll just have to figure that out later. Okay. So I guess we are good to go. I just wanted to test a strat before we do. If anyone is watching, say hi in the chat. Do have the chat open. I wanted to test if, hi Asher. How's it going? This is my first time ever. You missed my RuneScape vids? Oh, thank you for watching. Yeah, if I ever play RuneScape again, I'll definitely make more videos. I definitely miss making them. I just have not, had enough interest to play the game, but who knows, maybe sailing will, get me re-interested. I've just been playing various other games, doing a lot of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate the past few years, and then this game, the original, was one of my favorite games as a kid, so I've been very happy to play the remake. Since you're here, how does like the stream, like audio balance sound? Like, is everything working functionally? I did a lot of testing before I actually went live here, so hopefully everything's okay. But if there's anything off, let me know and I can adjust it. Just doing some practice here and wanted to test a strat. Actually, am I... okay, I do have to go past... okay, sounds good. Yeah, and if I ever did come back to RuneScape and wanted to stream it, I guess I would stream it here as well, because I have streamed on Twitch in the past, but it seems like in the meantime... yeah, I'm a 90s kid as well. I play a lot of Smash Bros, like even before my RuneScape days. 64 was my first Smash game, and then Melee I played competitively quite a bit, both offline and online, and then last few years been playing some Ultimate. But yeah, YouTube streaming seems like it has improved a lot over the years, so if I ever did come back to making videos and wanted to stream, then I would probably just stream on YouTube. Like, the emotes are definitely better on Twitch, but the ads are kind of brutal on Twitch. Just, I can at least say as a viewer, like, it's just brutal. You get like a 30-second ad before you can even watch the stream. I mean, the YouTube ads are getting worse as well. But at least, like, they're manageable, and you can use ad block if you want to. Okay, so I wanted to test something here. Basically, normally you have to go hit this button to make this platform. Yeah, I've always been more of a video maker than a streamer. Like, it's a lot more comfortable for me to just make videos. Okay, so yeah, I do have to go this way, actually. I've always been more of a video person, even when I was very active on YouTube. I would only occasionally do live streams for, like, special events or something like that. Like, if I had, like, 25k subscriber milestone, then maybe I would do a stream. But I wouldn't really do, like, daily streams. I've never been a streamer on any regular basis whatsoever. Mainly just do YouTube. I like just being able to, like, you know, take the time to say whatever I want to do. I can always record, like, another take. Whereas with, you know, streaming, you're just kind of, like, live, and you have to kind of be more off the cusp, which I can do. Is just a lot more comfortable, like, having my own, you know, time. Hey, what's up, No Not Dogs TV? How's it going? Welcome to my very first YouTube stream. I should practice the final boss as well before I actually start. Yeah, I mean, this is literally... I've been pretty inactive on YouTube the last few years, so it makes sense that, and this is also literally the first time I've ever streamed on YouTube, and I just started like a few minutes ago, so I actually was not expecting anyone to be watching, especially at like 3 in the morning where I am, so I'm happy some people are joining. But yeah, I do have a decent amount of subscribers, so like there should be people probably from like my older RuneScape videos who are still around that might want to check this out. This game, if you haven't played it, it's basically just a platforming game. It's very similar to like Mario 3D World is a good example. Like, it's basically a platform, and it's a platformer, but it's like linear. Like, it's not like open world. You're more of like going from point A to point B. But I really like it. It's a remake of the GameCube original from the GameCube or PS2. I played the PS2 one growing up. Sydney, yeah, you must be enjoying like Christmas time during like summer there. I have a couple of friends in Australia, so I can imagine that it's you're very used to it. But yeah, YouTube streaming, like, it's a little bit different than Twitch. Like, I definitely did I did a few dozen Twitch streams over the years, and like I said, mainly for like special occasions, like certain subscriber thresholds I would reach. I would do a boss, like a boss mass celebration, like have like 100 people go to like Corporal Beast or Bandos or something. And I did several Twitch streams, but never on like a regular basis, and my Twitch channel never really grew. But this is the first time trying YouTube. I'm basically just trying to figure out right now if like, so basically you have to hit a button over here, and that gets this platform started that's like spinning around in circles. And I'm trying to figure out if I have to wait for that, or if I should just go over here and just try to make it with this platform. It's probably on average, like, you can make this jump, I think. But it might be better off, you might be better off just waiting for the spinning one. Yeah, that's funny too, Australia viewers. Otherwise, I guess I could just start runs. Because what I'm looking into, it doesn't seem like, even if it is accurate, I don't think it's going to be a significant difference. So what I'm going to do is just restart the game first. So I'm playing on the Switch version of this game, which is actually the slowest version of the game because it has a lot of lag and loading time. Like, the lag is not too bad, but the load times are very long. Like, this is literally just waiting for the game to load right now. Like, that was just waiting for the game to load. Thankfully, when you submit your run of this game to the leaderboard, they do actually adjust for the load times. So they'll remove like 2 minutes 45 seconds off my time. But the lag, you don't get back necessarily. Yeah, how is like my mic and everything? Like, I messed with the OBS settings like quite a bit. I'm using a Plantronics headset that's like 10 years old, although it's very comfortable. And the audio sounded good when I tested it, but like it goes to like the full red peaking like level a lot, if that makes any sense. So I don't know if it's like peaking too bad, like above like max volume or whatnot, or if it sounds okay. Sounds good, okay. Yeah, like the little bar in OBS that like shows you how many decibels you're talking, like goes to the max red pretty often. But this is like this microphone is like notoriously quiet as well, so that might be more normal. Like, I do have a better microphone that I use for recording videos, my like Blue Yeti, but I'm not using that here because like I'm not, like I might, you know, shift around. I'd rather have like a headset mic that's like always going to be the same distance from my head. Otherwise, yeah, I'll start runs just to show you guys. This will probably be a pretty short stream. I just want to kind of get my feet wet with the streaming here. But yeah, I've been doing runs of this game quite a bit, but I've done them all offline. But there's a decent little community for this game, so I figured I would try streaming as well. So these are, on the right, you see my splits basically, and my current PB is 30 minutes, 57 seconds. When I submit it to the leaderboard, that'll be more like 28 something minutes when they take out the load times. But in terms of real time, that's my PB. And looks like no dropped frames, so that's nice as well.
Pac-Man World 2.
Okay, so the first time you actually load up a new file, the game takes a longer time to load, so I actually loaded a new file there and then just quit out so that the second time I load it, it'll be quicker. And here's actually going to be the first run. So the first trick, I'm going to basically try to clip out of bounds and skip right to the 5th world in the game. There's 6 worlds in the game, and I'm going to start by hopefully clipping to the 5th world, and if I mess it up, I'll just have to restart, which is kind of the nature of speedrunning. Okay, I got it eventually, but that was kind of slow, so I'll try again. Yeah, like, the game had a decent amount of hype, but it's definitely become more of a niche game now that a few months have passed. It had, like, the Sonic DLC, but it definitely, like, hasn't... Even though Pac-Man is, like, such a recognizable video game character, it hasn't become, like, a super popular, like, AAA Mario type game or anything. So in the beginning here, I actually like to adjust some of the control settings, because unfortunately they don't transfer when you make a new file. Maybe I'll just do a no reset run, just so you guys can see the full run. Yeah, I think I'll just do a no reset run for practice. And just so you guys can see like the full actual run, because this is really just like a test stream, essentially, and practice for me for streaming. So as you can see here, we basically went right to the 5th world, so we just skipped the first 4 worlds, essentially, which is the biggest skip in the game, essentially. But then the skip is a little bit tricky to do, but we don't really get to much of a break because there's another skip right here. But yes, the difficulty is something I definitely have seen a lot of complaints of, and it was not easy to 100% this game. So this skip is also a little bit precise. You want to clip out of the wall here. Okay, second try is pretty good. So basically we clipped out of bounds, and now we can just head straight to the goal. It only saves around 40 seconds, because like the level is linear, so it's not like it saves a crazy amount of time. It's not like the level's a big maze and we can skip right to the end. The level is linear, so like even when you go through it normally, you're still kind of like having to when you go through it normally compared to going out of bounds, it doesn't actually make as big of a difference as you might think, but at least like we can kind of just skip all the obstacles and enemies this way. Yeah, like the out of bounds stuff was found pretty quickly for this game, and there was a patch that fixed one clip out of bounds in Pac Village, but I'm actually playing on the newest patch of this game, and the method I did earlier still actually works, surprisingly. They might patch it more in the future, we'll just have to see, but they did patch it pretty recently. There was an update just a few days ago to add a Santa hat, and it did not appear to fix any glitches, so we'll see if they end up patching it again, or if they're just like, screw it, speedrunners can do what they want. So here's another one. Normally, like, again, I would just, like, reset this run, because this has not been going very quickly, but I just kind of want to do a no reset run, just to kind of show you guys, and also just good practice for myself. Like, normally if I don't get this within, like, 5 seconds, it's just, like, start a new run. I think I have to get a little lower here. There we go. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Asher. Thanks for the good luck. And, yeah, if I play RuneScape again, you'll definitely see some videos about it, most likely. Thanks for stopping by. So again, very similar in this level, Shark Attack. I managed to clip out of bounds, and then I can just kind of swim right to the goal here. Again, it only saves maybe like 40 seconds, because, like, you still have to swim all this long distance to the goal. But it skips, you know, all the sections with having to dodge all the sharks. Hey, what's up, Monkey Geek? And I'm already losing my voice. I was sick like a week ago, so. Monkey Geek, is it true you're really the Wario player speed through and we've been mistaken identity the whole time? Okay, so this next level, Yellow Pac-Marine, is the easiest level on the run. This is just an auto-scroller. There is a trick you can do to kind of AFK it. So, like, was he actually his own individual person ever, or were you him the whole time? Here I like to adjust my controls a little bit as well. Okay, so the nice thing with this level, it's an auto-scroller, it's all about 2 minutes long, and you can actually just go on the top right here and AFK for 40 seconds, so it's a good time to take a sip of water. So that was, there's no person speed through, it was literally you the whole time. So for those who don't know, Monkey Geek is like one of my most played players in online Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tournaments. I've played him like 30 times, and I've beaten him maybe like 10 or 12 of those times. And there's another player called Speed Through, who's a Wario player who I've played a whole bunch of times as well. And apparently they are the same person that I just learned today, which is very strange, but is what it is. I like playing against Wario though, so it was nice. Until like the waft just kills you at 30 when you're about to win. So yeah, this level is just auto-scroller. Like, you do have to pay attention a little bit because you don't want to die. And there's like a capsule coming up right here in the bubble that gives you a gashapon, which is like the little capsule thing. A little like toy that comes in like a vending machine sort of thing. They have them in real life, but essentially you don't want to grab that because it wastes time. You need the water bottle with a tube built in so you can lean down and do it hands-free. That sounds really convenient because the way my water bottle is, I have to like unscrew the cap every single time, which takes a long time to do in like a speed run. Alright, good night, Monkey Geek. Thanks for stopping by. And I've considered like not screwing the cap on the water bottle, but then it's like I don't want to spill it either. I've spilled a water bottle before onto my like USB splitter, and it ruined a Blue Yeti microphone, the splitter itself, and like maybe one or two other things that was plugged into it, so I'm very paranoid about spills. Okay, so the next level is it's also on the sub, but it's more difficult. Hey Arna, I don't know if Arn, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Actually surprised we got like a decent amount of people stopping by, 5 people so far, like for my first ever YouTube stream. It's really nice to see. If you're just joining us, like I'm doing a bit of a test stream, just doing a no reset run here for practice of this game. I've been speedrunning this game a lot recently, and decided like if I'm doing all these offline runs, maybe I should stream some of them. And I figured I'd stream it to my YouTube channel. Most people on my YouTube channel know me from RuneScape videos, but I've always done other games occasionally as well, and this is a remake of one of my favorite games. So this level starts out with the auto-scroller here, but then there is a boss fight within a minute or two, which is actually kind of tricky to have to navigate quickly. Yeah, I still have the other microphone that doesn't work anymore. Like, I bought an identical Blue Yeti one, but I just have the other one just as like a relic on my drawer. I should probably get rid of it, unless I could find some way to repair it, which is unlikely. So again, this is just auto-scroller. This doesn't really matter. There's no way to speed this up, but there is a boss fight coming up, which is can actually waste or lose a lot of time depending on how well you do the boss fight. Well, thank you for watching, Arna. Arnie again, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, please feel free to correct me. But yeah, thank you for watching, especially the RuneScape videos. There's many of those that I have fond memories of making, and I still go back and watch them from time to time. So here I'm going to deploy the power bomb right at the start, and that'll take care of... he's got 4 cannons, and the power bomb will immediately kill like 2 or 3 of them. Okay, so the power bomb broke 2 of them, and then I just have 1 more here. Just gotta dodge the tail. There we go. So that's kind of the first phase down. And next he's gonna fire his arm lasers. And those are a little bit tricky as well because he has different attacks he can do with them, but just want to take it down pretty quickly here. Actually doing kind of a bad job of it here, but as long as you finish it off before it moves on to the other side, it's relatively fast. Yeah, most people know me from RuneScape for sure. I've also made Super Smash Bros. Videos and Super Mario 64 videos in the past as well. But even if you're new, thank you for coming aboard. Definitely if I wanted to like grow my channel again and whatnot, I would I should be making more RuneScape videos, but I tend to just play whatever I'm like very passionate about at the time. So for this phase you just have to shoot his tail here when this red spot opens. And it's very important actually that it's not, okay, well I was going to say it's important that I don't take a hit. It's okay that I did, I can still beat the boss, but I'll have to forego doing a damage boost in one of the later phases. It's not too big of a deal. There is actually a difference with the Switch version. On every other version of the game except for the Switch, I can interrupt this head laser charging without taking a hit myself, but on the Switch, for some reason, you can't shoot it fast enough to interrupt. Basically, the way that attack works is if you damage him enough while his laser from his like forehead is charging, he'll stop charging it and you won't get hit. But for some reason on the Switch, you just don't have enough time to do that. Like, no one knows exactly why it is, but you have to take a hit there, essentially. Here I have the laser, though, so I don't have to take a hit anymore. It's a power-up. Thank you, Not Dogs TV. So for this arm laser, I can just go right over here, and it'll never hit me for some reason. They just kind of missed that in the programming, I guess. The top right is like a safe spot. So again, here I can use the laser power-up and I don't have to take a hit, thankfully. Because the laser power-up does more damage, but there's no way to, like, if I was to bring a laser power-up to this fight, then I wouldn't be able to use the power bomb at the start, so it wouldn't be faster. Oh yeah, Super Monkey Ball is super fun. I played the originals a decent amount. Not like a ton, but I've definitely tried them at friends' houses. I know they remade like several of those games recently. Maybe it was like one big collection, but I don't know if like they were quite as good as the originals. I remember hearing people complaining about them. Like, they weren't bad, I think, but I don't know if people liked them as much as the original. Okay, so here, as long as I'm just kind of next to these lasers, I won't take a hit from them. So if I had another point of health here, I would do a longer damage boost. I'm going to take one hit here while I'm firing, but then I got to move out of the way. And here, as long as I'm not moving left or right, I should be fine to finish off the boss. This whale went okay. It's the longest boss fight in the run of the 2 bosses. And this is a lot easier than it looks, actually, because as long as I don't move left to right, I'm not going to get hit by the laser there. We actually looked into the 1.0 version of the game before any patches recently, and for some reason those lasers from the whale have like a bigger hitbox, so it's a little bit, just specifically in that last phase of the fight, so it's a little bit more tricky to do that section. Okay, oops, I don't know why I'm doing this. Again, I'm kind of not used to, part of why I want to do this live stream as well is I'm getting used to, like, what it's like to play while streaming at the same time, so I need some practice with that. So I'm having a lot of fun interacting with the chat, because usually just doing offline runs, it's kind of, you're just by yourself, whereas the chat, it makes it a little more interactive, and it's fun doing some commentary with this just for practice.
Pac-Man.
So this level is kind of cool. Like, this level has like a really high skill ceiling, and as like a mid-level player, there is some tricks I can do to speed it up. If you're just like new to the game, you can basically just do this level as an auto-scroller, and it's a pretty quick level. But there is some little boost tricks you can see there. If I bounce onto the pole there, or the rail, you get a bit of a boost forward, so I can do several of those throughout the level to speed it up a little bit. The really advanced players will do like much bigger boosts. I do kind of a little one. But the ones I'm doing are actually relatively easy to do. You just kind of press the bounce button a little bit before you land on the rail. You don't want to do it like immediately. You don't want to press it immediately after you jump off the other one. Yeah, like the really advanced players will boost in a way where they go like 500 feet forward. It's pretty crazy to watch. But those are more risky. Like, then you have to really have some really good precision to land on the next rail, which is not easy. Any level for grinding lives? Yes, there's a level, one of the tree levels, I don't remember exactly. I want to say it's the second tree level, but I'm not sure. There is like a detour you can go on in there, like kind of like an area that's not on the main path, where you can go on this big tree and there's like a bunch of lives you can get. It's really nice for grinding lives, but personally, like, I didn't really go for extra lives when I was 100%ing the game because I just was fine with game overing. Something else you can do... Okay, that's actually a really good boost. I never usually get that one. So if you pause the game and press restart, it'll give you all your lives back. So like if you die at the start of the level, just pause and restart and it'll put you back at the level, but it'll give you like all your lives back from when you originally started. Same thing, like, and also, like, if you need to refill your health, you can always pause and restart from last checkpoint, and you'll get your health back that you had at that, like, you'll get full health, and you'll go back to the checkpoint. But especially, like, for the time trials, where, like, maybe if you die, you just want to restart anyway, you can definitely, just pause and restart, and, like, if you start the level with 5 lives and then you die twice and you're like, I just want to start from the beginning anyway, if you pause and restart, you'll restart with 5 lives again. But otherwise, yeah, like I just game overed a whole bunch, honestly, when I was 100%ing this game. I never really went out of my way to grind lives, but definitely, like, if you can find that tree level, there's a lot of lives. Like, I think it's like 6 or 7 or more in one of the tree levels, and then you just have to finish the level, I'm pretty sure, for the lives to be counted. So this level actually has one of the brand new skips that was actually just found like a week or two ago, which I'll be showing shortly. It's a really crazy skip. We can basically fly. And I see your message, I'll definitely read that when I get a chance. That's another skill I have to practice again, is like when to read messages, but you're certainly welcome to send messages whenever you like. It's up to me to learn when is like the best time to read them, so feel free to send as many messages as you like. There's definitely always time between the levels, especially on this version. It has quite long load times as well on the Switch here. On the PC version, like, the loads are extremely quick. Not on this version, though. It takes a long time for the game to load. Oh, and yeah, no problem for the tips. I did see that. Okay, so I'm actually going to do that here, because I'm really close to dying. I only have 1 health chip, so I'm just going to restart from checkpoint. And I get full health. And there's, like, no consequences. I still have all my lives. Just a nice little thing you can do there. Like, sometimes I'll even literally, like, not too commonly, but even in, like, the speed run, I might do that sometimes, because, like, it really only wastes, like, a few seconds. Another big thing with this game is when you jump, if you do a kick when you jump like that, you actually get more distance and speed on your jump, and that actually helps with the platforming a lot. So here's the trick. Basically, after you jump on those bedoings, if you press the jump button again to do like the bounce, but then you cancel it by immediately pressing the dot throw button, so basically in my case it's just B and then A, like B and then A like a microsecond later, you can basically get like infinite distance and height with these dot throws. And you don't move very quickly, and it only works after you bounce off the trampoline, because it gives you like kind of a lower gravity effect. But I can basically get on top of this maze here, which basically allows me to skip it. I have to kind of speed them up here because I want to get more height. But I got it, okay. That's actually not that hard to do once you practice it. Like, it looks like some crazy trick, but it's actually pretty manageable once you practice it. So I skipped that whole maze, which is one of the longer mazes, and I also skipped that ghost section, like the ghost section where you have to eat them all to open the door. And skipping that section, skipping the maze saves a lot of time, and then the ghost section is really nice to skip as well to save time. And also, it's also kind of RNG because, like, the ghosts move in random directions, and sometimes you can eat them all with 1 power pellet, but very often you need 2. So that was kind of like a luck-based section of the run previously that we can now skip, thankfully. Because, like, if you were able to eat them all with 1 pellet, like, if you had really good luck, then you'd save, like, over 10 seconds. But now we don't have to worry about that. We skip it all. So here I can just do a rev roll in advance here. Move over quickly. And okay, that was, like, actually not a bad level. Oh yeah, that's right. The new lives don't stick around as well. But yeah, this game is not easy for sure. Like I had a lot of trouble with some of the levels getting 100%. There's one channel I watched, like Sonic Ace 007, who has guides for a lot of them that were pretty useful. He doesn't have like every single level, but he has most of them, I think. But if you have any like trouble with any of the levels, you can always ask questions or just like message me on Twitter or whatnot. And there's also a speedrunning Discord for this game on the speedrun.com leaderboards. And people in the chat in that server will also be happy to help you. Because it's a hard game to 100%, but like most of the challenge is like relatively fair. So that just as you get better at the game, it starts to get easier over time, but it is not easy. Like, it took me quite a long time to get 100%. Like, I really think, like, they made this game very difficult, for sure. Like, but yeah, like, these kicks, they give you so much more distance on the jump, and that really helps for a lot of things. Even if you just do a standing kick, like a walking kick like that, you still get, like, a bit more speed. So, like, if you don't quite want to rev roll, but you just want to, like, walk a little bit quicker, just like doing that kick is really nice. The kick is like a really powerful move in this game. Same with the flutter is really nice. So this is Ghost Bayou or Bio, I call it Bayo, like Bayonetta, and this is another level that significantly benefits from the new Pac dot hovering glitch. You can't do that glitch in most levels because most levels don't have the bedoing trampolines, but these two last levels do. So we do have to do like the first part of the level as you're seeing here, but the trampolines come in relatively soon, which is really convenient because there's a lot more to the level that we're going to skip. Unfortunately, there is a very high invisible wall to skip to the end of the level, so we're going to have to scale that. Can I make this cycle? Yeah, okay. Another thing, like this flutter move, even if you just do that for like a microsecond, you get like a decent amount more distance on your jump. Like, you're always free to like do the full flutter, like this, but even if you just do this, you get like a decent amount more distance. It gives you like more forward momentum, I believe. Here I like to do a super bounce just to kind of skip part of the pole here. And also the dot throw glitch, it is limited by how many dots you actually have. Thankfully this level is very generous with the dots, and there's a death there. This level is very generous with the dots. We have 120, so that's more than enough. I think I only need about 75. Okay, so we're going to use this trampoline for a little bit more height as well. Just saves us some of the dot throws. And there's a big invisible wall here that I have to scale. And I'm doing the dot throws like more rapidly, like I'm not waiting as long between them. So this way I can get more height from the trick. Okay, so we made it all the way on top. Just have to go over here, roughly where these walls meet, and then do a super rev roll here. And I can land on another invisible wall all the way down to the wormwood fight. Again, that looks actually more difficult than it actually is. It seems like really intimidating to learn that trick, but it's actually not too bad. Like, I actually kind of messed it up in that example because I was like messing with the timing of my throws. So here's an RNG section. Like, do you have enough time to eat all these ghosts before the power pellet ran out? And I didn't have enough time here, so I can hit this thing in the meantime at least, but I do have to wait a few seconds and lose some time waiting for another pellet to spawn. So that's an RNG section of the run, which is still in, and that can be like a 12-second difference. In my PB, I think I did not get the 1 pellet. I think I needed 2 pellets. Oh yeah, the Jak and Daxter games I loved as a kid. I've never really seen speedruns of them though, maybe like once or twice at a GDQ, but I should definitely look into speedruns for them because I played those games quite a bit as a kid. Okay, so we did World 5 with the skip, and then World 6. So now we can go right to Spooky. And there's a time save, you can just pause and return to Pac Village to start the fight right away. Good triple hit. That was really unlucky. I bonked on like a tree branch that's just sitting on the ground. That's really rare. It's not too big of a deal. Like, I should still be fine. It's just I could have gotten a faster first phase here.
Not bad, Pac-Man.
Okay, I'm glad I got the triple hit because I've been messing that up a lot recently. So he's spinning around and I can just kind of hit the real one going over here. I keep getting hit there. There we go, that was a really good phase too. That's the most consistent. There's 3 phases of this boss. The first one can be kind of variable depending on luck and like what attacks he does. That second phase, if you do that strat I did, it's the same thing every time, but it's a little bit easy to mess it up, and then you have to deal with like a little bit more randomness. This phase is basically just like RNG. He does various attacks here, and you just have to dodge them, but once you kind of know how to dodge them, it's pretty easy. Basically, it's RNG because the attacks have different speeds. He does 2 attacks, and then he spawns these platforms between every hit. And the 2 attacks he does are random, so you want to hope that he does this attack where he just spawns enemies, because that's by far the fastest attack. Right now he's spawning lightning, which is the slowest attack. Really most of the attacks are pretty much the same speed, except the if he spawns enemies, it saves like 6 seconds right there. It's a much faster attack, so now he'll spawn platforms again. So you can get up to 3 enemy spawns in this last phase, and it saves 6 seconds each time, so it's around potentially 18 seconds of RNG time save from luck. And he did it again, that's actually pretty lucky. So now he'll spawn meteors. I think this is the second slowest attack. There's only 4 attacks though, and like I said, the main 3 are roughly the same speed. The enemy spawn is just much faster than all the others. That was a little scary. If you need super bounces there to finish off to get through those platforms, and if you miss them a few times, then you can't recover it. Like, you have to wait for him to go through more attacks to spawn more platforms eventually. So the run is not technically over, even though I got that final hit there. I just have to wait through this 90-second cutscene, and then there's a quick time event where you have to, where he spawns platform. You have to just mash the A button, and that's when actually the run ends. So basically at the end of every run, you have to wait through this like 90+ second cutscene, unfortunately. And it's always like a little bit, like, I know the cutscene's around like 93 seconds long, but sometimes, like, if you're going for like a certain goal time, like my previous goal was to get a time under 31 minutes, and just like waiting for this cutscene and just praying for it to like please be under 31 minutes was a little bit intense. This cutscene, it just goes on and on.
That despicable form.
But actually, you could just put down the controller right now and you would still actually beat the game, because even if you don't mash A here, you'll still eventually win. Like, Pac-Man will win this little interaction no matter what. Just mashing A speeds it up. And I can start mashing A as soon as Pac-Man jumps here. And there we go, that's the run. 33 minutes. Actually not bad for a no reset run. Let's see what time it is. It's over 4 a.m. Okay. Well, this has been a pretty fun stream just to test things out and just getting comfortable streaming again. Like, I don't know how regularly I'll be streaming, but I've been doing lots of attempts for this game for speedrunning, so I figured I might as well start streaming some of them. And it's been a lot of fun so far, so maybe I'll do some more of this in the coming days. I like that they put the original creator of Pac-Man at the top of the credits, even though he hasn't worked for Namco in a long time. It's very similar to the SpongeBob movie I saw recently, like the new one, and it said like created by Steven Hillenburg, and obviously he passed away like a very long time ago, I think like 2018, but it's nice that they still give him lots of credit, rightfully so. So yeah, I did manage to 100% the game. I spent over like 100 hours on it, because I was also like speedrunning some of the time trials, which took a while. But maybe I'll just do a little bit of practice before we call it a day. Here's the holiday costume, which they just added. It's a free update, so if you update your game, you'll get these Santa costumes, which is very nice. I guess I could show one other silly thing. Basically, if you look at the time trial leaderboard here, yeah, it's definitely very nice and respectful. And thank you for chatting again, by the way. It's definitely very helpful. Like, again, one of the things I have to practice is like getting comfortable when to look at chat and whatnot. So, like I said, you're always welcome to send messages whenever you like. And I'm just like, you know, getting comfortable interacting with the chat again. Like I said, I've streamed before in the past on Twitch, but not for a very long time. So you notice the time trial here, like everyone's times are like 40 seconds or so, and then mine is 5 seconds. And there's a glitch basically how to do that. So I'll show you that here. But there is actually like a speedrun.com leaderboard for this game, and it has all the individual stages time trials. And this glitch I'm about to show is actually banned in those. Where does it congregate? So if you go in the description of this live stream, I put the there's a speedrun website for this game, and there should be a link to the Discord on that speedrun website. And then in that Discord, there's a channel, a text channel called World 2 Re-PAC, and that's basically where everyone who runs this game congregates. So you're welcome to join, and if you are interested in learning speedruns for this game, feel free to ask any questions. Okay, so let me try this again here. So I basically don't want to go near that clock. Okay, I think it should work. Yeah, no problem. Like, the community for this game is very nice. So you see the clock is actually still up there. And basically, like, I have not started the time trial, but the clock is still up there even though I'm doing the fight. So I basically, like, I'm not being timed right now, and I just want to do the fight normally. There we go. This game is very fun to speedrun, and, like, it's actually, like, it's not, there's not, like, great tutorials or anything right now for it, but definitely, like, people kind of just help each other out. There's been some new players recently learning the game, and people just kind of answer their questions. Yeah, I love this Santa hat they added, and they also added 2 other colors as well. There's like a blue one and a green one. But yeah, like there's this any percent category people speedrun, and then there's other categories, like there's an all golden fruit category, which you do like all the levels in the base game. There's like an all levels category where you do the base game levels, and then additionally the like post game levels. And then you could also just simply run the individual levels for this game. Like if you just wanted to run like this boss fight time trial, there's a leaderboard for that. Like there's the in-game leaderboard as well, but like again, like there's glitches. People like might, or there's people like on the PC version who will like hack in like really good times. So like the the leaderboard, like on the website, it's like all the runs have to be like verified essentially to make sure no one's like cheating, like I'm about to do here. Like it's not cheating, it's just you can't use this glitch in the time trial on the website. Whereas like the in-game leaderboard, it's you know, there's no moderation to it or anything. Namco's not gonna like remove my time, or hope not. But even if they did, like it's fine. So there is one trick in this fight you can do. I'm kind of bad at it, but basically you can lure him into doing this laser, and then you can hit him early here. Although I probably I'm actually literally gonna die here. Like I might die because I'm not good at dodging these attacks. Okay, up and down. Okay. I would love one of those guys to drop a health thing right now. Okay, I should just be able to hit him here. Okay, okay, there we go. So let's see if this works now. So if I did this correct, the clock should still be there. So you see the clock is actually still up there. So I can just die here, and then pick up the clock, and then I can finish this like extremely quickly. The timer just started, and I'm just gonna wait. Okay, so you can basically finish that fight basically within 2 seconds because I picked up the clock because of the glitch. For some reason on the in-game leaderboard here, like you see, it says my best time is 2.63, but for some reason the in-game leaderboard does not show any times that are below 5 seconds. So like you basically want to time that to where like you're picking the fruit up barely over 5 seconds, and someone managed to do it 0.5 seconds faster than me, but obviously that's like really, it's tricky to really do that, but it's just silly, just for fun. Yeah, for sure. Like you can, I think that happened to me on one of the bosses. I died and I died and beat the boss at the same time. Thank you, but yeah, it's nothing too prestigious. Like the speedrun.com leaderboard, like it would not allow that glitch, and the people who actually like run that fight, they don't use that glitch, and their best times are like around 44 seconds, and they're way better at it than I am. The one fight that I did like really get a pretty good time in for a while was Spooky, and I'm still second in that. I have a video on it on my YouTube channel, although that's before I got a capture card, so the quality is not quite as good. But yeah, this game is very fun. One thing that's I'm really bad at is the original Pac-Man game. Like, I kind of feel like playing it a little bit before I end the stream. But this has been a very successful test stream. I'm very happy with how this has gone. So yeah, you see these long load times here on the Switch version, just sitting around waiting for the game to load. It's unfortunate. The Switch version, like, it only runs at 30 frames per second, which is not ideal because the original game on GameCube ran at 60. So it's like, how did they not get 60 for this? But it plays fine. Like, it's a little bit laggy, but it actually plays just fine. Okay, so I'm actually very bad at the original Pac-Man game, but I'll give it one more go to close out the stream. I did actually go to something in New York City recently. They had a Pac-Man 45th anniversary birthday event, and it was very cool. Like, they just had a lot of arcade machines and merchandise. I bought a Blinky plushie, which is very nice. And they actually had like the Gashapon machines, like just like the ones they have in this game. They had them like in person, so you could buy like little Gashapon figures. And the ones I got was of Pac-Man, and also they had a Kirby one, and I got an Elfilin plush, which is like the little blue guy that flies around, or I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but the little flying thing from the Kirby in the Forgotten Land game, which is very cute. Yeah, so I'm screwing this up pretty bad here. but I think this is the original arcade because I believe there is a actual safe spot you can go. There's a couple things I learned about this game very recently. One is that if you are not collecting dots, Pac-Man actually moves slightly faster, so that does actually like influence how quickly you can get away from the ghosts. And also, like, how quickly you cut the corners actually does save time. So I think there's a safe spot right here, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure if you go in this spot, the ghosts will actually never catch you. Like, if you're playing on the original arcade version, which I believe this is a port of the original arcade version. So, like, if you were going for, like, a high score in this game and you wanted to take a break, I guess on this version you can just pause it. But, like, if you're playing on the original arcade, you can just chill here and you'll never get caught by the ghosts. And, like, there's no timer in this game or anything. So you could just go here and, yeah, you don't have to worry. You can just, you know, get some water, do whatever you need to do. But I'll finish this out and then I think we'll end the stream. Oh, wow. Okay, Blinky's actually... I didn't know that Blinky is actually faster than you. But again, I'm pretty tired, and I'm also not very good at this game, so... I do love some of the other Namco arcade games. I'm a big fan of Dig Dug, especially in Galaxian. I actually, like... I really do like this game, but it was never, like, my favorite arcade game or anything. But I love the Pac-Man character. I also love the Miss Pac-Man game, and it's unfortunate that that game has kind of been, like, lost to history. Yeah, it's nice that they give, like, the original arcade game, because I've heard of, like, different ports of this game on, like, little things you can buy, like, those handheld ports or whatnot, and that apparently that save spot does not work on some of them because, like, they're using a slightly edited, like, version of the game, whereas this is, like, the original ROM. But yeah, that'll be it, I think. Thank you guys for watching. This was a nice little test stream. I might do some more of these in the future, in the coming days or coming weeks. We'll have to see. If I do go live, I'll definitely tweet it out on my Twitter at AndrewAJT, and maybe I'll post it in my Discord server as well. Both of those are linked in the description, but I'll definitely tweet it for sure. So if you put on tweet notifications, you'll find out when I go live. Or I think if you do like the bell on YouTube with all notifications, it'll probably notify you as well. But yeah, I do want to improve my time in this game on the main any percent run that I did. So, and there's also other categories as well. The all golden fruit category I want to do some more of, which is like almost an hour and a half long. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Not Dogs TV, for chatting. I really appreciate it. It was nice talking to you, and have a good night.